have a chat, because I had something interesting happen today, and I'm a little pissed about it. Like, okay, I'm more than a little pissed about it. So, as a lot of you guys know, I've started to be very outspoken about the whole TikTok ban and stuff like that. I understand both sides, so please don't think that I am one-sided. I do understand both sides. However, what I don't understand is why it's written the way it's written, okay? When we have all these other apps that are owned by foreign companies, all these sites, all these companies that handle more private information than what TikTok does that are owned by foreign companies, okay? Let me get that out of the way. Second, this is what I don't understand. Never in my life until yesterday have I ever called or emailed a state representative or senator. So I emailed and called James Lankford, who is the, or is it Kevin Lankford? I don't even fucking know. Anyway, Mr. Lankford here in Oklahoma, okay? And today I got an email back. It is automated. It was an automated email. And I'm going to make a video for TikTok about it here in a little bit when I get home, because it is pieced together. It is copied and pasted in multiple fonts. It is one of the most unprofessional things I have ever seen in my life. In my life. As someone who's been a writer for forever and worked in editorial for a while, it hurt my eyeballs to see this fucking email from a state senator. If this is how you send emails out to members of I digress. But I did read over the email. It proved to me two things. Actually, three things. One, that he is one of those politicians that will say whatever he needs to say to get votes from both sides, because there was no definitive answer onto his actual stance with it. There was just a wishy-washy back and forth. Well, this is bad, but this is good, okay? The second thing, he did not read one bit of my fucking email. Not a fucking word of it. He didn't read a fucking word. And three, he does not give a goddamn flying fuck about anybody in his constituency. Because I felt dismissed, put off, and just swished under the rug somewhere. That's how I felt. That's how I felt. And I am really angry about it. I'm really angry about it. So, sir, you're telling me that my tax dollars go to pay for your job, and you can't even send or have one of your interns or whoever send a response that shows that somebody listened? Do you not understand that this is exactly why people think that members of Congress don't give a flying fuck, and that they're so outdated and they're so detached from their constituents and from reality, obviously? I don't understand. I mean, okay, I run a business and I have people that answer messages for me. So there are a lot of times that I may not see the message because it's not something that needs my personal attention, okay? If it's a shipping issue, then my people that handle my shipping handle that. If it's a scheduling issue, unless it's something really weird or bad or a reschedule or something like that, then my people that handle that handle it. You see what I'm saying? So I do understand having people that answer messages for you. But the thing is, like, that was a copied and pasted response. And it wasn't even a good copy and pasted response. It was a whole bunch of pasted together shit. A hodgepodge of wish-wash back and forth. I don't really know where the fuck I stand on things. I have always stayed pretty neutral politically because there's a lot of things on both sides that I agree with. But that right there That right there proved to me that I needed to get more involved here in Oklahoma. And so when I get home, I'm going to find out when he's up for re-election, and I'm going to find out who's running against him, and I'm going to offer to help with their campaign, because I was completely and utterly blown off. And I know that if I was completely and utterly blown off, all these other people are too, because I'm not anybody important either. I'm not anybody important. But I am important at the same time, because my voice and my vote mean something. So if you just negated anything at all that I asked you about, and you didn't even acknowledge that you read anything I said, nothing. Let me help you find a new job. Let me personally help you find a new job. Am I being petty? Probably. But let me help you find a new job. One that maybe will require you to actually read messages and emails and send things. Because I guarantee you what happened was he just saw, or the intern or whoever just saw that it said TikTok, and they sent this cut and paste shit response. And if you're an intern that sends something like that, you ought to get grounded. You ought to not be able to work in an office where you have to send emails. Whenever I started working in an office, and whenever I got my first big girl job and I was in a publishing company, they made all of us take this fucking course, okay? That was like a certified professional secretary or something. I don't know what the fuck it was, but we all had to take it, okay? And we all had to take it so we could learn how to write professional emails. They need to teach whoever put this piece of shit email together, they need to teach that. You need to take this fucking course from 1997 or 8. You might as well have just written in all caps. Or at least take a formatting class. Either way, I feel blown off and disregarded, and I'm pissed. I am pissed. So you can bet your fucking ass that I'm fixing to go home and do some research, because I'm done. That was utter bullshit. And then to be wishy-washy with it too, like you can't even cut and paste and stand on one foot. You're gonna hop back and forth. You don't give a shit. You don't give a shit. You just wanted to make sure that you got a response out, so it didn't look like you weren't responding to your constituents. But you don't give a flying shit. And I think that the vast majority of our Congress doesn't give a flying shit. I really and truly think they don't. Prove me wrong. I don't think they give a flying fuck. I think all they care about is what's going to get them reelected. And it's fucking ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous. We need term limits for Congress. We need term limits for Congress. It would do good and bad in that it would light a fire under people's asses to get some things done. That has its good and its bad. Think about it. That has good and bad. But you wouldn't have these lifelong motherfuckers that this can be wish-wash, and people will vote for them because they just vote just straight down the page. Or people will vote for them because, oh, well, he's been around for a long time. Yeah, Sheila, he's been around for a long time, and he needs to go the fuck home. Because being in Washington has fucked up their ability to identify with the very people that they govern. And you know what? The whole thing, it's not even the fact that, because he's a Republican. And Oklahoma's a conservative state. I kind of already knew what he was going to say. That's not, I don't even give a shit about that. It's the fact that I feel completely and utterly blown off from the way that email came across. I don't care enough about your response to actually send a full email. I don't care enough about your vote, about who you are, or about anything at all that you want to say to me to actually respond in a professional manner. I don't give a shit about you who lives in my state, who pays my salary. So I don't really need to respond. That right there, that pissed me off. That pissed me the fuck off. So I just pulled into my driveway. I'm going to turn my car off. And I'm going to go inside and I'm going to find out when he's up for re-election. And I'm going to find out who's running against him. I suggest y'all do the same. I suggest y'all do the same. And I suggest you look at who is actually listening to you and who isn't. You're paying their fucking salaries. You're the one giving them the fucking job. They need to quit playing on their fucking phones and do some work. Some shit that actually matters. Some shit that will actually fix the country. This is fucking ridiculous. And I'm fucking over it.